Hello everyone, it's Wulzy and welcome back to another Thoughts On video. Today, you're hearing me over an accurate no-clip run of Artificial Ascent, provided very kindly by Npesta. Without him, this video probably wouldn't have happened, so I just wanted to quickly give my thanks. He's one of the only people that can make me laugh when I'm watching videos on my own, and he's a great guy. One thing he had to say about the level is that he believes that the level is now fairly balanced and that he's glad it's been received well. Artificial Ascent is a bright, colourful level that brings new life to the classic demon everyone knows as Artificial Ascent. It's an unofficial sequel to the first level, as it's made by an entirely different roster of creators, but I still feel like the level is well made, and it's impressive how they've been able to bring the same feeling to the level. The format of the original level is not forgotten, as each section sticks to a similar colour scheme and style, and for the most part, designs are improved with some extra details here and there to break it up. The main things that set this apart from the original level are the movements and the pulses. The level incorporates much more movement than the original, which makes it feel a lot more fluent and advanced, which fits the song, as at times it feels quite floaty. For example, Straw's remake of Abstract Dark's part has much more layering and smooth movement to make the level and song complement each other a lot more. As for the pulsing, the design is built with a lot more attention to the outlines, 3D lines and edge decoration, so that when it comes to make pulses, the structures look a lot nicer, which was difficult to achieve with the thick outlines commonly used in the original. The level overall looks a lot more polished than the original, which is honestly due to the fact that Artificial Ascent was built in 2.0. Creators nowadays in 2.1 have a much better grasp on how to use a colour depth and range effectively without taking away from the player's vision. One thing I noticed about the level is the use of colours in order to make each part feel in place and make the following parts more special. Parts where the song is more relaxed have a distinct colour scheme that is consistent for the whole part, but then when the song picks up, more colours are introduced to the level in pulses midway through parts to keep the level moving forward and to keep the more upbeat parts special and in place. In the quietest part of the level, there is a nice dark overlay above the level that introduces shadows to the edges of the screen, and this creates atmosphere very well in my opinion. To me, dark parts and levels always have a mysterious vibe to them and build suspense very well, especially when they're paired with dark colours used by TH04, so this does a great job in setting the tone for the following parts of the level and making them more in place. Like the original level, Artificial Ascent is built to suit the XL length, using a wide variety of styles to keep the design parts broken up in small doses. The level would get boring very quickly if it wasn't for the mix of saturation between parts, or the breaks between, such as Serpunge and Galvatron's remade parts by Bionox, Sminx and Voltex. These parts are my favourite in the level due to the range of pulses and movements introduced there that are unmatched anywhere else in the level. And this has continued to the end, which makes the end very intense, resulting in the level being more cohesive in my opinion. The level is kept alive by the breaks and styles all the way through, and the range of colours used, alongside the pulses and movements. It's done very well, yet it still retains the same feeling from Artificial Ascent, so the creators have done a great job in creating an original take on the style. Although the level uses a lot of white and black all the way through, I feel like this is balanced very well with other colours and it isn't overbearing at any point. Initially, when I saw the level, Angry Boy's part made me believe that the level was going to be heavy on white to black pulses, but it was nice to see the progression in style throughout the level as the level transitions into Prism's part, which presents a nice colour depth in the blocks and some awesome glow usage to highlight the edges of the blocks, which immediately restored my faith in the remake, especially when I saw Shock's recreation of Hein's part because it's so true to the original. I'm glad that there's such a great range of styles in both the original and the altered version of the level, because pretty much any player can find a part they like, and the level has some progression through styles and colour choices. This being said, there are times where the styles used in each section contrast very heavily to one another, which is best seen between Michigan and Anthrax's remade parts by G.S. Craig and Drax. I understand that this is to keep the solid link to the old level, but it's still strange to see a desaturated, empty part transition into a bright, glowy core part. This isn't an issue for the majority of the level, since I think each creator has been fairly allocated to their parts and have done a good job, but maybe the transitions could be more eased in, since the core part then transitioned into a dark section by Eclipsed. Overall, the level is very cohesive, as there is a great diversity across the board which makes the level visually accessible for many players, although it's not accessible regularly for many because it's an extreme demon. The team have done a very good job building the level in my opinion, but I would love to see an original level made instead so the creators can be more creative. Thank you for watching, I'll see you in the next Thoughts On video. Goodbye.